I'm not wearing any pants today.
Welcome to another episode. I believe this is episode number
10.
10. We've officially reached double digits. Episode 10 of the Matt and Carly podcast. It's been a long week. How are you holding up there, pal?
I'm doing great.
I'm doing great.
I forgot what day it was, but other than that, we're fine.
I saw a meme today and it said, today's Tuesday, but really it's just day. And it was like, I just totally presented that poorly, but it was basically like, it doesn't matter what day, it's just day.
Today is actually April Fool's Day. Today is April 1.
It is.
And I blew it. I didn't pull any type of prank on you. I woke up, I did wake up and I looked at my phone and I saw that Hoyt Archery made a post. And before I realized that today was April 1st, they made a post with a bow, like one of their bows, and one of the graphic designers or whatever did a virtual rendering. And basically they said, oh, we've got this new like ultimate camouflage, whatever, coming out. It's like ice technology. And at first I saw it and I was like, oh my God, they finally did it. This is going to be so awesome. They made a bow, like the riser, the part that you hold on to, basically clear. It looked like glass or like ice. They called it they said our ice technology. And as soon as I realized it was April 1st and that it wasn't real, I was so disappointed. I wasn't even like, oh, haha, that's funny, because I want one. I want a bow that's clear, basically like glass.
Is it like an invisibility cloak from Harry Potter?
Well, yeah. I mean, like if the renderings, if it was real, I would have gone out and bought one.
It does actually make sense. If it wasn't glossy.
If it wasn't glossy and shiny and it was basically see-through.
And you got all like camo / earth colored accessories.
Yeah. I was so disappointed to know that it was some like joke, because in my brain, I was like, sign me up. I haven't bought a new bow in 15 years. That's going to be the one. That is the innovation I was waiting for.
That kind of goes to, if you think about it, why don't they make tree stands that are clear like that? Because it would probably just end up looking white.
Well, you couldn't find it. You wouldn't be able to find it.
That's the point.
But you wouldn't be able to find it.
Yeah.
You just look up and it'd be like, there's nothing there.
Exactly. It's smart.
So, yeah, I would say like, oh, good job, Hoyt, but no, terrible job.
I got you today.
Actually make that happen, please.
I got you today. I said that there was a bear outside. And we've been waiting to see a bear in...
That wasn't nice.
I know. There's been bears down by our neighbor's house that we've heard reports of.
We have lived here for 2 years and we did see a bear.
They got in our trash.
There was a bear that ran across the road like a half a mile in front of us.
That's true.
That doesn't really count because it kind of looked like a big dog.
I forgot about that. That was a bear.
So we've seen a bear.
Yeah.
But we haven't like seen a bear up close.
Like walking around, like not in danger, like running.
Yeah. So anyway, today is April 1st. Welcome to episode 10.
Episode
10. Okay, what are we going to do for the big double digit
This
podcast?
Is something that I have been wanting to do for a while. And we almost thought about talking about like our week and kind of what's been going on. But I think we did that last time a little bit. And I know, I mean, this is not to shy away from like what's actually going on right now, because we know that it's very serious. So we are very well aware, still social distancing, still staying at home, still washing hands, doing all the things. I'm trying to convince Matt at this point now to wear a mask to go out in public. So I'm doing fine. I'm great. So we're still... Should we get him and bring him on?
Well, we can't bring him in.
Why not?
Okay, bear with us. We're going to pause and we'll come right back. You won't have to do the pause, but we'll be right back when our kid goes to sleep.
Yeah, we should probably tell him. This is real life, folks. We've got our little guy woke up.
Okay, ready? Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. That was the fastest intermission ever.
It was.
Okay, tell the people what we're doing on episode 10.
Okay, so I think what I was saying right before this was basically not to take away from the seriousness of what's going on still, and all the things, but we figured we would change it up from just like having discussions about what's going on and do something kind of fun, kind of interesting. We are going to do a personality test. And the way we're going to do it is where I'm going to read the questions and Matt's going to answer, and then vice versa. And we're going to like see what our information is.
We're going to see who's the better person.
Is that what personality tests are? Better personality tests?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Who's the better person?
Personality. Okay.
Yeah, that's what this is. We're finally going to settle the score. So, so this is the Enneagram personality.
Is this the one that's
test.
like 8 hours long?
No, it's not 8 hours long. It's like 50. Yeah, it's 60 questions.
Let's do it.
It's really not bad. And we've done this once already before. But I'm curious
I have to be
see.
super honest, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That's how it works the best. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. No. Oh shit. I mean poop. Hold on.
What did you do?
Time out. I'm trying to unplug this. 16%? You think I can go on that? No. Okay.
The iPad.
Am I gonna fall?
Yeah, because we don't come prepared to these things. We didn't charge the iPad or your phone or anything, so we'll get it.
You just let the personality test determine this, you scoundrel. Don't you tell me who my business.
We run a real high quality production here, folks. So
there we go.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Okay. All right,
let's do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you like 5. Should I give like 5-second background on what the Enneagram test is for any of y'all listening? The Enneagram personality test is hold on, loading. We really come prepared.
Yeah.
Okay.
It basically breaks down your characteristics into like passive, aggressive, leader, caring, like that, right?
Karen.
It
tells you if you're a Karen or not.
Yeah.
Oh man, sorry. I'm very
We like to tailor our podcast for the people that like to get right to the point.
Yeah.
Just so you know. We like to do it in the first 20 minutes or so. Is dawdler one? Dawdler?
Okay. Here, according to Wikipedia.
Okay.
Oh no, that's
Oh my gosh. Okay, question number 1. Let's do this. Oh my gosh. I'm not even watching this podcast and I'm bored and I'm in the podcast right now.
Are you bored in the house? You're in the house bored?
Honey, they'll figure it out. Let's just rock and roll on this thing. What do you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically the Enneagram test, it gives you like 9 different personality types that you fall into, or you fall into one of 9.
Right.
Which is your like dominant personality type. And then you have what they call a wing, which is your like secondary dominant.
Option number 2.
Yeah. It's basically like you can be a combination, whatever. So
yeah,
this is a cool test. The first person I heard this from was the girl named Jenna Kutcher. She did it, I think, on her podcast or something of that nature. And there's a really cool, website. We'll link it in the little description box below or whatever.
Okay.
It's called similarminds.com. And it's basically this test, and it's super straightforward, 60 questions, really simple, easy. So here's how it goes. I'm going to read you a statement, and then you have to select from very inaccurate or very accurate. And there are 5 steps in between. So I'm going to, 1 for the purpose of this, you're going to tell me either 1 or 5.
No. So 1 is no.
3 is in the middle.
Okay.
2 is somewhat inaccurate.
5 is yes.
4 is somewhat accurate.
So 5 is strongly, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
5 is strongly agree.
Yes.
3 is in the middle. 1 is no. Okay.
Inaccurate. Okay.
So basically like hot is 5, cold is 1.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do it.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm sorry for this incredibly long intro. I'm not going to drag it out anymore. Okay. You have to be very honest. Feel free to walk us through what's going on in your mind, how you're deciphering. If you want to tell a story,
no,
if you want to do
just numbers.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay. Number 1.
Yep.
I like to be popular.
4.
Number 2, I am frequently helping others, but I forget about myself.
I'd say 3. It's kind of true, but it's not really true. I keep myself in mind.
I'm prone to lots of introspection. Oh my gosh. I'm prone to lots of introspection and brooding. Not 100% sure on what the definition of brooding is, but
yeah, I'd say 4.
okay. It's not enough that I like/enjoy something. I have to understand why.
5.
I make plans and stick to them.
4.
I constantly seek new and exciting experiences.
5.
I am more dominant than submissive.
5.
Being normal isn't authentic.
5.
I am very optimistic.
I am very optimistic. I'd say 4.
I have been called or described as dopey.
Called or described? I'd say like 2.
Dopey? My decisions involve extensive research.
5. Can you do a 6?
My security and safety are more important to me than most people.
I'm gonna say like a 3.
I tend to dislike myself. We're getting deep.
3? Sometimes I do. I don't know.
Pursue new, intense experiences in hopes of finding that next rush.
3.
Oops. My thoughtfulness and charitable nature are my foundation.
Oh, 3? Is that accurate? Maybe 2.
It's up to you. 2.5.
Just being honest.
I desire some level of fame in my community.
4.
I am aggressive.
5.
No, you don't have to answer it because I gave you a laugh.
I mean, it's true. I do everything like balls to the wall.
I am more interested in intellectual pursuits than anything else.
4? I kind of agree with that.
I want to maintain my physical relation to the world by adopting a serene, malleable, easygoing presence.
3.
Making sure I'm constantly in an enjoyable state of mind is extraordinarily important to me.
It is important, but I don't think that's like, I'm going to say 3.
I need to be impressive to others.
4.
I'm never fully present and fully engaged with the external world.
Wait, say that again. I'm never fully present.
I'm never
with the
fully
external world.
present and fully engaged with the external world. Don't know what that means. Are you a ghost?
I'm gonna say 2.
You're a poltergeist, right? So
I'm gonna say 2.
I finish things ahead of schedule.
3. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
I rely on my intellect more than I rely on gut/instinct when making decisions.
2. I disagree.
I tend to be pessimistic.
2. I disagree.
I space out very easily.
Boy. Actually, I don't really.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 2. I do things, but I'm not spaced out.
I tend to err on the side of security, even if it means playing it too safe.
1.
Wow. I put the needs of others ahead of my own.
4.
I tend to feel empty.
3. Depends on what it is.
Yeah, in this state of the world, it's not fair. That's a not fair question.
It depends. That's too iffy.
I have a calming effect on others due to my laid-back personality preference.
See, it's too subjective because there's different types of people.
Well, that's the whole point.
I'm going to say 4. I agree with that.
Sometimes it's not what I want. It's what others want. That's more important.
4.
I am
unfortunately, sometimes.
I am assertive.
5.
This is, I guess since we're halfway through these questions, something that's really interesting is when I went through this the first time is at different stages in your life, it can
drastically change. You're supposed to do this every 3 years or something, right?
Yeah, it can give you, I mean, if you think about it, like that question, like sometimes it's not what I want, it's what others want. I mean, when you have kids, that's like 100% flip flop. Like, yeah. So it depends on what point of your life you're in, but it's very accurate for the time. I like to maintain calm at all times.
4. I agree with that.
I'm cautious. I prefer to not put life/happiness at risk.
2. I disagree.
I have a very relaxed personality.
I almost said 5, but 4. I agree. It's pretty relaxed.
The typical ordinary way feels like a betrayal of myself.
5. See, but that's like a loaded question.
Well, you can explain.
Because like just from the core standpoint, like I'm a hunter and like literally only 5% of the population in the United States hunts. So it's like me and then there's like...
Is that really accurate?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like me and 4 other people hunt and then the other 95 people are either against it or like, that's weird.
I am so connected to all these cords. I think that's however you need to answer this is up to you. And I am all for explanations and I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah.
For you. I am more agreeable/malleable on the surface than I really am down deep. Oh, that's a good one.
I'd say 3. I'm pretty transparent.
My desire for acclaim motivates me.
For acclaim?
Mm-hmm. Like that's like notoriety or like.
You said it motivates me?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say 4. Yeah. I mean, like I'd like to be known for something in my lifetime.
I'm too relaxed for my own good.
2.
I'm preoccupied with how authentic/true to myself or not authentic/true to myself I am.
Say that again.
I'm preoccupied with how authentic or true to myself or not authentic or true to myself I am. I read that different.
I'd say 4. Yeah. I mean, I pay attention to it.
If it's not exhilarating, I would rather not do it.
No, 2. I disagree.
I serve others.
4.
I'm a very organized person.
You're going to disagree with this, but I'm going to say 4.
No, I don't disagree. I don't.
I have the clutter organization where things are not in tidy.
But you know where literally everything is.
I could tell you where anything is because I know where it is.
That is subjective because is that a typical definition of what organization means? Or are you just like a psychopath?
I'm probably a psychopath.
I find analytical living rewarding.
3.
I am a domineering person.
Domineering? I don't know the definition
I don't
of that.
Either, actually.
Domineering?
Like I could guess, but I don't know fully.
I'm just going to say 3 because I don't know.
Are you a dominatrix? I prefer to...
Does that mean I like whip people?
I prefer to remain easygoing and unflappable, even when maybe other emotions or behaviors would be more fitting and effective.
No, 3.
I maintain my spaces in an orderly way. See, that is different than being organized. I would say a 0 on that one.
I'm going to say 3 because, like I said, I know where everything is because I put it there for a reason, but you hate it.
See, I don't know. Okay. Screw just a little high there, babe. I am attracted to prestige worldwide.
4. Yeah, I think I am.
I always accomplish my work on time.
I'd say 4. I mean, I tend to get my stuff done when it needs to be done.
I have been called or described as out of it.
Out of it? I don't know what that means.
You're out of it.
2? 1? 2?
Fun is the most important thing in life.
2. Disagree.
I like having friends, but I don't like having obligations and expectations placed on me.
4. I agree with that.
I take comments that I'm odd/weird as a compliment and validation that I'm living my life right and staying
5.
true to myself.
Yeah,
my identity is very much about being different, strange, mysterious compared to the majority.
See, that's... no. I just live my life the way I want to live it. and it's just not. So I'm going to say 2. I don't feel obligated or anything to be different. I just am.
I have a strong immediate reaction against anything that threatens to harm my security in any way.
4. I would agree with that.
I feel like smiling around the clock, even if I'm not actually happy.
Oh, 2. No.
I frequently mentally check out of situations.
Does ignoring your wife in quarantine count to that?
See,
what does it say?
I frequently check out.
See, I just mentally checked out of this. I was like, what am I doing? Where am I? No, I'm going to say 2. I don't do that. I mean, I'm pretty much, yeah, I'm with it.
I'm hip. I like to go through life without haste, unhurried, in a relaxed manner.
No, 1.
Wow. I do not back down when threatened.
5.
My behavior and decisions are generally calculated to maximize my safety/security.
2.
Okay, are you ready for your results?
That was it?
Yeah, told you.
Oh, God, it's going to be like, you're a dick. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, hit me with it.
And you
I'm a dick.
same thing. No, it's the same thing you did the first time. Okay. So this says Enneagram test results. So this is how we're going to do this.
I did this 2 years ago.
I'm going to read this. Was it really 2 years? I was like,
or a year and a half ago.
I'm going to, can I screenshot this? Ready? No, shit. I turned it off. Take a picture with your phone.
Don't you have to do this? Isn't it this and this?
That's what I just did, and I did not do it.
Oh.
I'll take a picture.
So what am I?
So you are, so this is what is helpful. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a pic.
Okay.
And we're going to save it. And then we have to go to Enneagram's website to like read their thing, but we'll do mine and then we'll read them at the same time. Okay. So your test results are, you scored, okay. So they give you out of the 9 types, they give you the percentage of questions that associate that type with so 80, so you're 82% of like all those questions or whatever it like, however it calculated it.
Categorizes me as what?
You are 82% a type 8.
Okay.
And then you're an 8 wing 4. So how they say the type behavior motivation thing is like a type 8 is I must be strong and in control to survive. And then a type 4 is I must be unique and different to survive. So those are your 2 strongest things. And I think that's what it was before.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm going to read them to you.
Now you're going to do them to me.
Can you just flip the iPad up so I can read it upside down?
Yes. Wait, no. Wait.
Okay, got it?
I think you can probably unplug it. It's 21%. It's
fine. We got plenty. Okay. Are you ready for your quiz?
I think so.
Madame?
You want to cheers me?
Sure. All right. Hey, you married an 8. Cheers.
Okay. Our barefoot $10 bottle of wine. It's fine.
My favorite way to drink wine, this wine, is how? Tell me how.
You get a glass, you wash it first in hot soapy water to make sure that it's not gross because you're a crazy person. And then you put a whole bunch of ice in it.
A big glass, not a wine glass.
Yeah, like a pint glass. And then you put a whole bunch of ice cubes in it and drink it like apple juice. It's so weird.
That's why I love you.
But also it's really good.
You can drink it really quickly. I try to slow down. Okay. Number 1, I tend to feel empty.
That's such a loaded question right now.
It's going to be like the most awkward. You're going to be like, I agree.
Yeah, but like right now though, because I've felt very empty.
Don't overthink it.
Okay, 2.
Okay. I like having friends, but I don't like having obligations and expectations placed on me.
I'd say 2.
You like that?
Don't judge me. I didn't judge you.
I am very optimistic.
3.
Okay.
No, stop judging me.
Sorry.
I didn't do that to you.
I'm just picking on you. I am assertive.
3.
I feel like smiling around the clock, even if I'm not actually happy.
3.
It helps if you pick one way or the
I
other.
know. That's literally my personality. That's what it
I
does.
know. Okay. I have a very relaxed personality.
2.
I want to maintain my physical relation to the world by adopting a serene, malleable, easygoing presence.
I want to.
I want to maintain my physical relation to the world by adopting a serene, malleable, easygoing.
3.
All right. My thoughtfulness and charitable nature are my foundation.
4.
Okay. I am more interested in intellectual pursuits than anything else.
3.
I tend to be pessimistic.
3. God, I'm going to get the worst score.
They're going to be like, retake this and answer the questions. I make plans and stick to them.
4.
Okay. I have a calming effect on others due to my laid-back personality preference.
2.
Yeah, you do stress everybody out.
Stressy, especially lately.
My identity is very much about being different / strange / mysterious compared to the majority.
2.
Whoops. Okay. I space out very easily.
4.
I do not back down when threatened.
3.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, 3.
You sure? I am more dominant than submissive.
4. 4. Yeah, 4.
Okay.
4.
Being normal. I just itched my ear. Being normal isn't authentic.
2.
I like to be popular.
3.
Okay. Fun is the most important thing in life.
4.
Girls just want to have fun. I am frequently helping others, but I forget about myself.
5.
Yeah, I agree with that one. I'm too relaxed for my own good.
1. 1.
I'm prone to lots of introspection and brooding.
5.
Sometimes it's not what I want, it's what others want that's more important.
4.
You sound so disappointed about that. I frequently mentally check out of situations.
4.
I'm cautious. I prefer to not put life / happiness at risk.
4. 4.
You wanted to say 5 there.
Mm-hmm.
I find analytical living rewarding.
That's a 5 for me.
Okay. My decisions involve extensive research.
4. 3. I'd say 3, not
Okay.
4.
I put the needs of others ahead of my own.
Probably a 3. If I could do 3.5, I would.
You can't.
Okay.
So it's 3. I finish things ahead of schedule.
3.
Okay. I'm never fully present and fully engaged with the external world.
That's a weird one. I'm never fully present and fully, 3. I'm in the middle.
Okay. Making sure I'm constantly in an enjoyable state of mind is extraordinarily important to me.
4. I'd say I'm always trying to at least get back to that place.
Okay. Oh, whoops, that was not the right one. Okay. I like to go through life without haste, unhurried, in a relaxed manner.
2.
2. My security and safety are more important to me than most people.
4.
I need to be impressive to others.
3.
I am more agreeable / malleable on the surface than I really am down deep.
4.
I serve others.
4.
I have been called or described as out of it.
3.
My desire for acclaim motivates me.
2.
I have a strong, immediate reaction against anything that threatens to harm my security in any way.
5.
I take comments that I'm odd/weird as a compliment and validation that I'm living my life right and staying true to myself.
Man, it's either a 2 or a 3. I'm going to go 3 with that one.
Okay. I prefer to remain easygoing and unflappable, even when maybe other emotions/behaviors would be more fitting or effective.
3.
Okay. I tend to err on the side of security, even if it means playing it too safe.
5.
I tend to dislike myself.
2.
You love yourself. I love myself.
Mm.
I like to maintain calm at all times.
I mean, I'd like to, but I think I'm at I think my score, if I had to rank myself in what I'm doing currently, I'd probably say a 2, 3, 3, a 3. Give me a 3. Give me a 3.
Wow.
Come on.
Can I answer these or do you have to? Okay. I'm preoccupied with how authentic/true to myself or not authentic/true to myself.
I know, it's a really weird question.
I'm preoccupied with how authentic or true to myself or not authentic true to myself I am.
I'd say a 3.
Boy, they wrote that weird.
Yeah.
Okay. My behavior and decisions are generally calculated to maximize my safety and security.
4.
Okay. I am a domineering person.
3.
3. I desire some level of fame in my community.
2.
2. I rely on my intellect more than I rely on my gut/instinct when making decisions.
3.
I constantly seek new and exciting experiences.
3.
Okay. I pursue new, intense experiences in hopes of finding that next rush.
2.
It's not enough that I like/enjoy something. I have to understand why.
A 4.
I maintain my spaces in an orderly way. 5.
5, yeah.
I think if it's not exhilarating, I would rather not do it.
Probably 2.
Okay. I have been called or described as dopey.
No, 1. I've never been described as dopey, I don't think, unless it was you, but you were just 2, 1.
I am aggressive.
3.
The typical ordinary way feels like a betrayal of myself.
2.
2. I am a very organized person.
4 or 5. 4. I'd say 4.
Okay. I always accomplish my work on time.
3.
3. I am attracted to prestige.
2.
Okay, that's it. Let's see what you are. You are. It says, based on your scores,
Oops.
you gotta take a picture of it?
Yeah.
Okay. You scored the highest as a type 6, which is, I must be secure and safe to survive. And then your variant stacking, wait, what? Oh, your second one. Your second one? Is that the way it works?
Yeah.
You just go with the first one, then the second one?
Mm-hmm.
Your second one is a type 2. I must be helpful and caring to survive.
Interesting. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
The first time you did it, you got the exact same thing that you just got right now.
Yeah.
The time that I did it, I got a 1 and a 6.
Yeah.
And now I'm a 6 and a 2.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's all that peer pressure of people watching you.
No, I think I'm all stressed out about what's going on in the world right now. So I'm like answering it based on how I feel currently.
The pandemic has changed you.
Seriously. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to go to the Enneagram website and we're going to figure out if we're made for each other or not. And if not...
How do you feel about your results?
I'm shocked. I thought I was going to be a 1. So 1's like, basically like you got to hit. A 1's like you got to be organized and everything all the time to feel safe and secure. I don't know.
You got to do what?
I don't know.
Be organized and...
It's called the number 1.
Yeah.
It's called the reformer. The rational, idealistic type, principled, purposeful, self-controlled, and perfectionistic. See, maybe that's not me though. I feel like that's what I want to be. Maybe I answered those questions the last time based on what I wanted rather than what I felt truly at the time.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to read our like top number, and then I'm going to read our second number.
Yeah.
And then if you want to read, so there's a really cool thing that you can do where you can put, basically if you're in a relationship, you can put your type and your person's, like your spouse or relationship person's type together.
Yeah.
And it gives you like, what is like these two people match? Like how do they interact with each other? It's really cool.
Okay.
So
what was I? I was like the dominant one.
Yeah, why don't we do this? I'll read yours and you read mine.
Sure. Okay, go ahead.
So your top result is an 8. So we're going to go to an 8. You are the challenger. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
Okay, let me click on it. Okay, the challenger, Matthew, type 8. The powerful, dominating type, self-confident, decisive, willful, and confrontational. Type 8 in brief. 8s are self-confident, strong, and assertive, protective, resourceful, straight-talking, and decisive, but can also be egocentric and domineering. 8s feel they must control their environment, especially people, sometimes becoming confrontational and intimidating. 8s typically have problems with their tempers and with allowing themselves to be vulnerable. At their best, self-mastering, they use their strength to improve others' lives, becoming heroic, magnanimous, and inspiring. That's very true of you.
Nice.
Basic fear of being harmed or controlled by others.
Oh,
holy shit, Enneagram. Basic desire to protect themselves or be in control of their own life and destiny. Key motivations: want to be self-reliant, to prove their strength and resist weakness, to be important in their world, to dominate the environment, and to stay in control of their situation.
This is pretty spot on.
I know. That's why I love this. I love this. It like really gets you. So, some people who also share your type include Franklin Delano Roosevelt,
FDR, baby.
Winston Churchill, Fidel Castro, Martin Luther King Jr., Saddam Hussein,
nice,
Senator John McCain, Donald Trump,
president,
Pablo Picasso, Ernest Hemingway, Serena Williams, James Brown, Aretha Franklin, Keith Richards, Queen Latifah, Jack Black. Pink, yes.
Hey, Pink.
John Wayne, Frank Sinatra. Sean Connery, Paul Newman.
Okay.
Clint Eastwood, Tommy Lee Jones, Jack Nicholson, Susan Sarandon, Russell Crowe, Sean Penn.
Got some real BAs in there.
Damon, Alec Baldwin, Barbara Walters, and Rosie O'Donnell. Dr. Phil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what's my second personality trait? Or do you want me to read yours?
So there's an overview really fast.
Okay.
Not really fast. We have named personality type 8, the challenger, because of all types, 8s enjoy taking on challenges themselves, as well as giving others opportunities that challenge them to exceed themselves in some way.
Oh my God, that's
8s are charismatic and have the physical and psychological capacities to persuade others to follow them into all kinds of endeavors. From starting a company, to rebuilding a city, to running a household, to waging war, to making peace. 8s have an enormous willpower and vitality. They feel most alive when they are exercising these capacities in the world. They use their abundant energy to affect changes in their environment, to leave their mark on it, but to also keep the environment and especially other people from hurting them and those they care about. At an early age, 8s understand that this requires strength, will, persistence, and endurance, qualities that they develop in themselves and which they look for in others. And then they kind of give like a personal example. Eights do not want to be controlled or to allow others to have power over them, their basic fear, whether the power is psychological, sexual, social, or financial. Much of their behavior is involved with making sure that they retain and increase whatever power they have for as long as possible. An 8 may be a general or a gardener, a small businessman or a mogul, the mother of a family, or the superior of a religious community. No matter, being in charge and leaving their imprint on the sphere is uniquely characteristic of them. Eights are true rugged individualists of the Enneagram. More than any other type, they stand alone. They want to be independent and resist being indebted to anyone. They often refuse to give in to social convention, and they can defy fear, shame, and concern about the consequences of their actions. Although they are usually aware of what people think of them, they do not let the opinions of others sway them. They go about their business with a steely determination that can be awe-inspiring, even intimidating to others. Although to some extent, eights fear physical harm, for far more important is their fear of being disempowered or controlled in some way. Eights are extraordinarily tough and can absorb a great deal of physical punishment without complaint. A double-edged blessing, since they often take their health and stamina for granted and overlook the health and well-being of others as well. Yet they are desperately afraid of being hurt emotionally and will use their physical strength to protect their feelings and keep others at a safe emotional distance. Beneath the tough facade is vulnerability, although it has been covered over by a layer of emotional armor. Thus, eights are often extremely industrious, but at the price of losing emotional contact with many of the people in their lives. Those close to them may become increasingly dissatisfied with the state of affairs, which confounds eights.
That's pretty accurate.
There's 2 more. Let's see. When this happens, eights feel misunderstood and may distance themselves further. In fact, beneath their imposing exterior, eights often feel hurt and rejected, although this is something they seldom talk about because they have trouble admitting their vulnerability to themselves, let alone to anyone else. But because they fear that they will be rejected, divorced, humiliated, criticized, fired, or harmed in some way, eights attempt to defend themselves by rejecting others first. Who doesn't, though? The result is that average eights become blocked in their ability to connect with other people or to love, since love gives the other power over them, reawakening their basic fear. Interesting. I didn't think about it like that. The more eights build up their egos in order to protect themselves, the more sensitive they become to any real or imaginary slight to their self-respect, authority, or preeminence. The more they attempt to make themselves impervious to hurt or pain, whether physical or emotional, the more they shut down emotionally to become hardened and rock-like. When eights are emotionally healthy, however, they have a resourceful, can-do attitude as well as steady inner drive. They take the initiative and make things happen with great passion for life. They are honorable and authoritative, natural leaders who have a solid, commanding presence. Their groundedness gives them abundant common sense as well as the ability to be decisive. If that ain't the truth. Eights are willing to take the heat, knowing that any decision cannot please everyone. But as much as possible, they want to look after the interests of people in their charge without playing favorites. They use their talents and fortitude to construct a better world for everyone in their lives.
Nice. All right, let me read yours now.
Okay.
That was an 8. That was the challenger. How accurate do you feel like that is for me?
That's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate. Well, and this is interesting too. So they have these things at the end that are called levels of development. And basically it goes from level 1 to level 9.
Okay.
Level 1 is at your best, at the healthiest level. It says, become self-restrained and magnanimous, merciful and forbearing, mastering self through their self-surrender to a higher authority, courageous, willing to put self in serious jeopardy to achieve their vision and have a lasting influence, may achieve true heroism and historical greatness. So that's like at the best. And then this is like so shitty to read the worst. And I remember doing this for myself.
Just read it.
I remember reading.
Don't overthink it.
No.
Get it out there.
I remember when I first did this and I read the worst one. I read the best, like at your best, at your worst. I was like,
It's going to be like, you're a serial killer.
If they get in danger, they may brutally destroy everything that has not conformed to their will rather than surrender to anyone else.
Nice.
Vengeful, barbaric, murderous, sociopathic
I was right.
tendencies generally corresponds to the antisocial personality disorder. This is like at the extreme, like you're in a mental institution. Yeah.
It's like from Martin Luther King down to Fidel Castro.
Saddam Hussein. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
And then there's like
in the
average. So level 4 is self-sufficiency, financial independence, and having enough resources are important concerns. Becoming enterprising, pragmatic, rugged individualists, wheeler dealers, risk-taking,
I'm a wheeler dealer.
hardworking, and denying own emotional needs.
Okay.
So,
interesting. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there that's, I don't like to be controlled by people.
I know.
Especially when I think they're dumb.
You don't like to be put into a box, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I get it. Everybody's on the planet. They're their own person, know. I don't like when people feel like they own you or like have the right to tell you what the hell to do. I would not have been good in a different life if I was like constantly like that.
So there's 2 other things. I'm not going to read the addictions because that's just not fun.
Why?
And there's 2 other things. There's compatibility with other types. So I'm going to click on mine and see what we are. And then there's personal growth recommendations. Are you ready for this? Where are we at?
Yeah.
Oh, we're good. Okay. I think.
Yeah, we already had 10 minutes.
That's true.
On the beginning of it. So.
Okay. So addictions. Ignore physical needs and problems. Avoid medical visits and checkups. Indulging in rich foods, alcohol, tobacco, while pushing self too hard leads to high stress, strokes, and heart conditions. Control issues central, although alcoholism and narcotic addictions are possible. That's like a weather report. Dude,
I'm telling you, I would never be addicted to like hard drugs. But if you could get me a lifetime supply of Vicodin, I'd be on that shit constantly.
Babe.
It is good.
God. Okay,
dude, when I had knee surgery,
growth recommendations now.
Remember that story about my knee surgery thing in one of those podcasts?
Yeah, you took like shots of alcohol.
Narcotics addiction, that would be me. Vicodin, straight up.
I can't do it. My arms tingle.
Can't do it.
Okay. Are you ready? This is what I like about the Enneagram. This is my favorite part.
Is this the growth?
Yes. It gives you personal growth recommendations for Enneagram type 8s. This is my favorite because you know me. I like a good to-do list. It goes against the grain, but act with self-restraint. God damn it, Matthew. You show true power when you forbear from asserting your will with others, even when you could. Your real power lies in your ability to inspire and uplift people. That is very, very true to you. You are at your best when you take charge and help everyone through a crisis. Thank God. Few will take advantage of you when you are caring, and you will do more to secure the loyalty and devotion of others by showing the greatness of your heart than you ever could by displays of raw power. It is difficult for 8s, but learn to yield to others at least occasionally. Often little is really at stake, and you can allow others to have their way without fear of sacrificing your power or your real needs. The desire to dominate everyone all the time is a sign that your ego is beginning to inflate, a danger signal that is more serious conflicts with others are inevitable. Remember that the world is not against you.
Some of them are.
Many people in your life care about you and look up to you, but when you are in your fixation, you do not make this easy for them. God, Enneagram, whoever was writing this was just like a mad mom. Let in the affection that is available. Yeah. Doing this will not make you weak, but it will confirm the strength and support in yourself and your life. Also remember that by believing that others are against you and reacting against them, you tend to alienate them and confirm your own fears. Take stock of the people who truly are on your side and let them know how important they are to you. I'm waiting. No? Okay.
Love you.
8s typically want to be self-reliant and dependent on no one, but ironically, they depend on many people. For example, you may think you are not dependent on your employees because they depend on you for their jobs. You could dismiss them at any time or and hire other workers. Everyone is expendable in your little kingdom. That was condescending, except you. But the fact is that you are dependent on others to do their jobs too, especially if your business concerns grow beyond what you can manage alone. But if you alienate everyone associated with you, you will eventually be forced to employ the most I don't know how to say that word. Obsequious? Right there.
Obsequious?
Obsequious? Damn, I wouldn't have gotten there. And untrustworthy operatives. What did you say?
Obsequious?
Oh my God. Yeah, that is. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't make it up, I don't think.
When you do, you will have reason to question their loyalty and to fear losing your position. The fact is that whether in your business world or in your domestic life, your self-sufficiency is largely an illusion. 8s typically overvalue power. Having power, this is the last part. Having power, whether through wealth, position, or simple brute force, allows them to do whatever they want, to feel important, to feel feared and obeyed. But those who are attracted to you because of your power do not love you for yourself, nor do you love or respect them. While this may be the Faustian bargain you have made, you will nevertheless have to pay the price that whatever power you accumulated will inevitably be at a cost to you physically and emotionally. That's it. Okay.
Okay. That was a lot.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. I don't know if it was the wine or if because I stayed up until 4 o'clock last night, but I just about fell asleep during that.
Do you want me to read 4 more paragraphs about how you and I get together?
Nope.
How we are. It's the last one.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And then you can go.
Yeah.
Okay. So Enneagram type 6, loyalist, which is me. Apparently.
I remember this from the first time.
But I'm different.
And this is why I was like, I don't want to do that again.
Oh, because I read so much?
3 hours to read.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm with it.
It's helpful.
I'm here with you for this. For
Stop domineering me.
Sorry.
Okay. So Enneagram type 6 with Enneagram type 8. The loyalist with the challenger. Oh boy. What each type brings to the relationship. Hold on. I'm going to read the trouble spots first. This is potential trouble spots. Stop.
I'm falling asleep.
Stop it. Don't.
Okay, hold on. Okay. I'm with it. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I was up way late last night.
Stinker.
And then our kids woke us up early.
Both 6s and 8s are emotional, although both tend to hide their emotions and vulnerabilities as best they can. 8s do so under a veneer of toughness and bravado.
Yeah.
6s under a shell of defensiveness and bluster.
Yep.
Both tend to counterattack and go on the offensive when threatened. Oh my God, that's what our therapist told us. Or when they feel they're being threatened. In general, 8s tend to take the lead in most relationships and they are in and tend to set the tone and make decisions. They expect others to obey them and be loyal to them. 8s may not tolerate or even be amused by an occasional flare-up of independence on the part of others around them, but ultimately, they expect to be in charge. For the most part, this is also fine with 6s, except for those times when 6s feel the need to push back and prove themselves. And to prove themselves, they need to show others, including the 8, that they cannot be pushed around or taken advantage of. Power struggles of all kinds can ensue. This is especially true of counterphobic 6s who can actually react much like 8s, displaying leadership, decisiveness, and independence on the positive side, as well as bluster, aggression, and defiance. 6s who are more counterphobic tend to get into more open fights with 8s until both have determined their territory and just how far each can push the other.
There's our marriage in a nutshell right there.
Who are more openly phobic, fearful, timid, and anxious generally tend to avoid confrontations with 8s. Instead, they tend to present no open threat to 8's dominance while being covertly passive-aggressive and evasive.
Yeah, you got that going.
8s can get into conflicts with phobic 6s by sensing their indirect questioning qualities and whether or not the 6 is as loyal to the 8 as the 8 wants. 8s may become more or less openly contemptuous of them if they feel the 6 is weak or vacillating. Problems in this relationship can be exacerbated by the 8's tendency to get into rages, to make threats to the 6's security, or to bully and play on weaknesses. When trust and respect crumble in this relationship, constant testing from both parties brings about the end fairly quickly. Okay, now, boy, we may have to do 2 of these, babe.
No, we won't.
Enneagram 6s and 8s can build an extraordinary... Okay, this is what...
Wait, hold on. What is this?
This is what each type brings to the relationship.
You said that was just the last thing.
No, yeah. I read... That was 2 paragraphs. That was
Oh my
potential
God.
trouble spots or issues. Last one.
Okay.
What each type... You feel free to paraphrase if you'd like for mine. What each type brings to the relationship. Enneagram 6s and 8s can build an extraordinarily strong, long-lasting relationship on what is, at root, a defensive view of the world. Both types feel that most people in the world are selfish and untrustworthy, and that the world is highly unpredictable. One, therefore, needs to take care of oneself and one's own interests, 8s, and have strong allies and the ability to get back up from one's friends, 6s. Both 6s and 8s have deep issues with trust and with finding people they are able to trust. And so, when they have found each other and have gone through a period of testing, their alliance can be solid and deep. Once they have bonded with each other, both types have done so on a deep level of their being. While the relationship may change over time, they are never indifferent to each other. They both admire and try to embody strength, commitment to one's word, honor, unquestioning loyalty, responsibility, hard work, courage, a spirit of protectiveness, and fighting for the underdog. Both are doers and enjoy being active, getting tasks accomplished, building a more safe and secure world for themselves and their loved ones. 6s bring warmth and desire, the desire for personal connection and commitment, a certain playfulness and sensitivity. They are also mental types and bring skepticism, analytical thinking, and the ability to think through decisions and to foresee outcomes and potential problems before acting. If that ain't me, I don't know what is. 6s tend to act as advisors and lieutenants to 8s, who tend to take the lead and provide the vision and audacity that 6s sometimes lack themselves. How is that not you and I, like, in a nutshell? I analyze everything and I'm like, hey, you should wear a mask tomorrow when we take our kid to get her cast cut off. And you're like,
I'm not wearing a mask.
Oh God. 8s also bring directiveness and decisiveness, strong wills, confidence.
Masks wouldn't do anything for me anyway.
It can.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because I have a beard.
Oh, it's true. A can-do spirit that is energized by adversity and a penchant for taking on challenges. 6s tend to look up to 8s as their hero, while 8s are touched by the 6s' devotion and courage. 8s are aware of their inner struggles and what it takes to overcome them. When there is a genuine affection between those 2 types, there may be fireworks and occasional fights, but the bond only seems to grow stronger with time. Nobody is going to listen to this. I am sorry. Should we redo this podcast?
This is a rough one.
Oh no.
I don't even know what you were just talking about for the last 10 minutes.
I thoroughly enjoy this stuff.
I know you were talking, but can I change that answer about how I mentally check out? Because I'm mentally checked out of that. Okay, let's do number 6. You just ate up half the iPad battery.
I didn't.
Reading that.
It did.
Okay, where do I go?
Okay, go back.
Okay, and then I have to find 6.
Go back again. What? I'm directing
You can talk into I can hear you.
I'm directing you. You're my 8.
Gotcha,
and I'm
the loyalist.
Yeah.
Okay, the loyalist. Enneagram type 6. The committed security-oriented type, engaging, responsible, anxious, and suspicious. Yep, that's you. Okay. Type 6 in brief. The committed security-oriented type, 6s are reliable, hardworking, responsible, and trustworthy. Excellent troubleshooters. They foresee problems and foster cooperation, but can also become defensive, evasive, and anxious. Running on stress while complaining about it. Oh my God. Oh, this should just say like, okay.
This is why I love this. It gets you, right? It gets you.
Yeah.
So good.
They can be cautious and indecisive, but also reactive, defiant, and rebellious. Oh, the greatest combination of everything. I love that. Anxious, doesn't make decisions, but gets mad about it. Okay. They typically have problems with self-doubt and suspicion. Mic drop. What?
I didn't judge you.
Whoa.
I just read yours word for
because
word.
a lot of my stuff was good. This is bad. This is not good.
Okay, Mr.
In the first paragraph,
I'm gonna be aggressive.
anxious, defiant, rebellious, indecisive, suspicious, self-doubt. That's not good.
That's all the bad things.
Yeah, there's no good things. That's it. At their best. Sorry. Hold on.
I literally just described to everybody that you were going to do this to me. Do you get that?
Yeah, but
urinate.
Did you just say urinate? Like
urinate.
Like urinate?
Urinate. Oh my God.
Okay. At their best. Internally stable and self-reliant. Courageously championing themselves and others. Basic fear. Being
Public.
without support and guidance. Okay. Their basic desire is to have security and support. The Enneagram 6 with a 5 wing is the defender. Enneagram 6 with a 7 wing is the buddy. Okay. Whatever. Key motivations. You want to have security, to feel supported by others, and to have certitude and reassurance, to test the attitudes of others towards them, to fight against anxiety and insecurity. That's not accurate at all. To fight against anxiety and insecurity?
Constantly fighting anxiety.
I think you just succumb to it.
No.
Just accept it.
Constantly
Embrace it.
like, how do I get away from this anxiety?
The meaning of the arrows.
So, you don't have to read that. I didn't read that for you.
Okay, never mind. Type 6 overview. We have named personality type 6 the loyalist. Because of all the personality types, 6s are the most loyal to their friends and to their beliefs. They will go down with the ship and hang on to relationships of all kinds far longer than most other types. Yeah. Wow. Okay, that's dead on. Okay. 6s are also loyal to ideas, systems, and beliefs, even to the belief that all ideas or authorities should be questioned or defied. Ooh. Indeed, not all 6s go along with the status quo. Their beliefs may be rebellious and anti-authoritarian. Even revolutionary. In any case, they will typically fight for their beliefs more fiercely than they will fight for themselves. Okay. And they will defend their community or family more tenaciously than they will defend themselves. That's very, very pretty close. The reason 6s are so loyal to others is that they do not want to be abandoned and left without support, their basic fear. Thus, the central issue for type 6 is a failure of self-confidence. 6s come to believe that they do not possess the internal resources to handle life's challenges and vagaries? 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 How do you say that?
I don't know.
Vagaries?
I don't know. What is that?
What is that?
Vagaries? I don't know.
Vagary. I'm going to go with vagaries. Life's challenges and vagaries alone. And so increasingly rely on structures, allies, beliefs, and supports outside themselves for guidance to survive.
Boy.
Yeah. That's pretty much okay. I think we're done here. That's basically it. Okay. If suitable structures do not exist, they will help create and maintain them. 6s are the primary type in the thinking center, meaning that they have the most trouble contacting their own inner guidance. Yeah. As a result, they do not have confidence in their own mind and judgment.
Boy. Do you feel like that's pretty accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
God.
Give me my girl.
How did I marry a 6? I mean, I love you, but damn, I did. No confidence in their mind or judgment.
That's why I need support.
It's the exact opposite of me.
Help me.
Opposites attract, I guess,
well,
right?
You can't marry an 8. You guys would butt heads. You had to marry your little loyalist over here who's going to follow you all around. Which is what happens. Okay.
All right. This does not mean that they do not think. On the contrary, they think and worry a lot.
No.
They also tend to fear making important decisions, although at the same time, they resist having anyone else making decisions for them.
What?
They
No.
want to avoid being controlled, but are also afraid of taking responsibility in a way that might put them in the line of fire. The old Japanese adage that says, the blade of grass that grows too high gets chopped off relates to this idea. 6s are always aware of their anxieties. No shit.
I wasn't mean
No,
to
it says
you.
it right
I
here.
know, but the no shit doesn't.
It is right here.
It says no shit?
Yes. So 6s are always aware of their anxieties. No shit, and are always looking for ways to construct social security bulwarks against themselves. Against them. Okay. Against them, sorry. If 6s feel that they have sufficient backup, they can move forward with some degree of confidence. Okay, I get that. But if that crumbles, they become anxious and self-doubting, reawakening their basic fear. I'm on my own. What am I going to do now? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, literally, we're like the actual opposite.
Yeah.
Yours is like your fear is being with other people.
Yours
Mine's
is
like
without.
Wow.
It's the clinger and the lone wolf.
Oh my God.
That's what our podcast should have been. Damn.
The clinger and the lone wolf.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wow.
A good question for 6s might therefore be, when will I know
Help
that I
me?
have enough security? Or to get right to the heart of it, what is security? Because without essential inner guidance and the deep sense of support that it brings, 6s are constantly struggling to find firm ground.
Boy.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm a 6.
Yeah. 6s attempt to build a network of trust over a background of unsteadiness and fear. They are often filled with a nameless anxiety and then try to find or create reasons why. Wanting to feel that there is something solid and clear-cut in their lives, they can become attached to explanations or positions that seem to explain their situation. Because belief, trust, faith, convictions, positions, is difficult for 6s to achieve. And because it is so important to their sense of stability, once they establish a trustworthy belief, they do not easily question it, nor do they want others to do so. Makes sense. The same is true for individuals in a 6's life. Once 6s feel they can trust someone, they go to great lengths to maintain connections with the person who acts as a sounding board, a mentor, or a regulator for the 6's emotional reactions and behavior. Okay? They therefore do everything in their power to keep their afflictions going. If I don't trust myself, then I have to find something in this world I can trust. Okay. Although intelligent and accomplished, Connie still has to wrestle with the self-doubt of her type. It literally says Connie, and you used to sign my birthday cards as Connie.
Have we told that story on this podcast yet?
Yes, you did. Carly's handwriting was so horrible that I couldn't actually read her own name.
It's a combination of like freehand.
She wrote
and
Carly.
cursive.
She wrote Carly, and it said Connie very clearly. And I said, "How in the hell is this Carly?" And
That's
so
funny.
now she writes "Love Connie" in all of my birthday cards.
And that says Connie. Connie's my anxious. Remember, I said I need to name my anxiety, and I said anxious Annie. It's Connie.
Sure.
Connie's my anxious.
Connie the Sorry, that was uncalled for.
You're gonna have to bleep that out there, sweet cheeks. You can't
What?
say that on YouTube.
What?
You have to bleep that out.
What?
We're gonna leave it up to your imagination what he just said, because that will be bleeped out. Matthew. My God.
What?
You seriously have to bleep that out.
Connie the
Courageous.
caregiver. That was a bad word,
You're going
wasn't
to have to bleep it out.
Okay, fine.
God.
It rhymed, or it had the same letter.
It rhymed?
Anxious Annie?
You're going to bleep it again.
Sorry, that glass of wine got me feeling pretty good. Oh, crap, our battery's about to die. I'm not bleeping it. Sorry. I apologize.
I will bleep it. Babe. God.
It'll say like, okay, anyway, this is all in quotations.
I didn't read this part for yours. It was just like a personal.
Oh, okay. Until they can get in touch with their own inner guidance, sixes are like a ping pong ball that is constantly shuffling back and forth between whatever influence is hitting the hardest in any given moment. Okay. Because of this reactivity, no matter what we say about sixes, the opposite is often also as true. Okay. So the extremes. They are both strong and weak, fearful and courageous, trusting and distrusting, defenders and offensive, thinkers and doers, group people and soloists, believers and doubters, cooperative and obstructionistic, tender and mean, generous and petty, and on and on. They could have just done like 2 of those, but that's okay. It is the contradictory picture that is the characteristic fingerprint of sixes. The fact that they are a bundle of opposites. That explains a lot. Okay.
I'm also a Gemini. I was also born in June.
You've got split personality disorder.
Yes.
The biggest problem for sixes is that they try to build safety in the environment without resolving their own emotional insecurities. When they learn to face their anxieties, however, sixes understand that although the world is always changing and is, by nature, uncertain, they can be serene and courageous in any circumstance. And they can attain the greatest gift of all, a sense of peace with themselves despite the uncertainties of life. Interesting.
How do I do that?
Okay. At their best, a level 1 at their best. A 6 can become self-affirming, trusting of self and others, independent yet symbiotically interdependent and cooperative as an equal.
Wow.
Belief in self leads to true courage, positive thinking, leadership, and rich self-expression.
Get your 8 out of here with that clenching fist.
At their worst.
Oh, no.
Hysterical. And seeking to escape punishment. They become self-destructive and suicidal.
Oh, no.
Alcoholism, drug overdoses, skid row, self-abasing behavior.
Oh, my God.
Generally corresponds to the passive-aggressive and paranoid personality disorders.
Whoa, that's scary. I'm glad I'm not at that level.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm in like the middle.
That's Connie the
Babe, stop saying that word.
Sorry.
That's a terrible word.
What is? Connie?
Honey, you are going to get roasted if you have to bleep it.
Why? I thought this was like an open forum to just have a conversation.
You're such an 8 right now. Stop. Oh my God.
What do I have to do down here?
I don't know.
I'll bleep it.
Just read it.
How many times did I say it?
Like
I'm going to have to
4.
go listen to the whole
You're
thing
not
again.
stopping. Stop it.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, that is a bad word.
God.
And I rarely say that word. It just rhymed so
Why are
perfectly.
you saying it? No, it doesn't rhyme at all.
I mean, it flows very well. Say it. Just one
I'm
time.
not saying it.
Okay, fine.
You could have said Connie the cuckoo bird or something.
Connie the cuckoo. Connie the cuckoo bird.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's going to watch this podcast anyway.
Mm-mm.
It's so long and boring.
So long and boring.
It's just me reading stuff off the internet. Okay. Compatibility.
I think it'll be the same if you click on an 8. You know what I mean?
Do we? Oh, we don't have to do any of that.
Because I think we already did that. Give me my
personal growth recommendations.
Yeah, give me those.
Okay. Yeah, because I think that it just links to the same pages.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna say, cuckoo bird. Cuckoo bird. There. Now I've got stuff that I can dub over top of the other one.
Go.
Okay. Personal
just made
growth
me want
recommendations for Enneagram type 6s. Remember that there is nothing unusual about being anxious since everyone is anxious and much more often than you might think.
Thank God.
Learn to be more present to your anxiety, to explore it, and to come to terms with it. Work creatively with your tensions without turning to excessive amounts of alcohol or other drugs to allay them. In fact, if you are present and breathing fully, anxiety can be energizing, a kind of tonic that can help make you more productive and aware of what you are doing.
Wow.
It's like fuel for productivity.
Okay.
You tend to get edgy and testy when you are upset or angry.
What? Me?
Connie. I'm not bleeping it. Okay. You tend to get edgy and testy when you are upset or angry and can even turn on others and blame them for things you have done or brought on yourself.
What?
Be aware of your pessimism. It causes you dark moods and negative thought patterns that you tend to project on reality. That's very true.
Yeah.
When you succumb to this self-doubt, you can become your own worst enemy and may harm yourself more than anyone else does. Yeah. 6s tend to overreact when they are under stress and feeling anxious. Learn to identify what makes you overreact. Also realize that almost none of the things that you have feared so much has actually come true.
Oh my gosh. That one needs to sit in the old noggin for a while.
Yeah. Even if things are as bad as you think, your fearful thoughts weaken you and your ability to change things for the better. You cannot always manage external events, but you can manage your own thoughts.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Like for literally everyone right now, I feel like that's applicable.
Yeah.
Like what you just read
Yeah.
is exactly like all of that anxiety that people are feeling.
It's worry about the things that you can change.
Not even
Your
like,
thoughts.
yeah, not even like on a personality level, just in a general overall like vibe level that we're all feeling right now. Okay. Thanks, Enneagram.
Yep. Work on becoming more trusting. There are doubtless several people in your life you can turn to who care about you and who are trustworthy. If not, go out of your way to find someone trustworthy and allow yourself to get close to that person. This will mean risking rejection and stirring up some of your deepest fears, but the risk is worth taking. You have a gift for getting people to like you, but you are unsure of yourself and may be afraid of making a commitment to them. Therefore, come down clearly on one side or the other of the fence in your relationships. Let people know how you feel about them.
I love you.
Others probably think better of you than you realize, and few people are really out to get you. In fact, your fears tell you more about your attitudes towards others than they indicate about others' attitudes towards you.
That's very true.
So that is the challenger and the loyalist in a nutshell.
Wow.
I'm sorry for saying the C word.
Oh, yeah.
I'm too tired to bleep it.
You're going to get some backlash for that,
That's
just
okay.
so you know.
It's okay.
This is a bad word.
Well, I was just saying it as like a name, it wasn't like I was calling you that. It was just like the personality of like the anxious, like.
I would say that word is maybe.
Is that the worst word you can say to a girl?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's the number one.
Yeah.
It's the number one worst word.
Yeah.
Well,
it's just not.
Sorry to all the Connies out there.
A word.
What?
It's not me. You're going to get shit from everyone else.
Connies?
This is a weird podcast, man.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
You know what? If you're a Connie out there and you don't like it, that's what makes you a Connie. That was interesting.
Oh, yeah. So anyways, this is really cool. I like this.
Do you feel better now that we have had a little introspection?
Yeah.
On
Honestly,
ourselves?
do you feel like yours is pretty accurate?
Yeah, it is. It is pretty accurate.
Mine's dead on.
I don't like that it has so much stuff about anxiety because I
Mine?
wish I could help you with your anxiety.
It is though. That's
I
like
know.
what it is. I mean,
That's hard for me to hear because I wish I could break you free from your anxiety.
I need to embrace it and use it as energy.
Yeah.
I've gotten better, but yeah, it's challenging. It is. Anxiety is not fun sometimes, and it really messes with your brain. What's kind of cool is there are 9, so you should take this and figure out which one you are and which one your spouse is. And it goes fast. I mean, the questions
That
are
wasn't
really
too bad.
No, the questions are easy. It's the reading part that is like there's a lot of information.
Yeah.
But
It's pretty spot on.
I'm really
I mean, it's
curious.
like when you start reading it, you're like, yeesh,
So-
that's like exactly who I am.
So we did this because what's kind of cool is you can do this with basically any relationship that you have. So like if you have a parent or a sibling or like a roommate, you can figure out who you are and who they are and like how you guys interact with each other based on this description.
You know what I think is really interesting? There are only 9 major categories.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting when you think about it. Because if everybody took that and you could be classified as one of the 9,
Yeah.
and then you got like the number 2 underlying thing.
Right.
But the majority, I mean, everybody gets classified in one of 9 categories.
Right.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Are you yawning too?
Oh, I am.
All right, let's call it a night. I'm tired. This thing might as well have been a sleeping pill for me.
So yeah, I'm going to link the
Down below?
2, I'm going to link the actual test and then I'm going to link the Enneagram site down below. And
Yeah.
like people take this and it's, maybe not.
Let us know what you are. Leave a
maybe
comment
not
below if you
now.
do it.
If you do it now, yeah, leave a comment. Let us know what you are.
Yeah.
And it's helpful to, go through and whatever. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's very dead on. I will say we did this with all of our family like a year and a half ago.
Yeah. We asked everybody to take it.
We guessed just for fun. We were just like, hey, this like Matt and I just took this and it's like really interesting. You let us know if you guys want to take it.
It's
cool.
It's interesting too because the first time we did it by ourselves and we just answered like sitting, with nobody looking.
Yeah.
But it's a different thing to do it in front of a camera.
Yeah, it's weird.
I wonder which one's more honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I went with a lot of 3s. I was like right down the middle.
Yeah.
It was like
well,
very,
it's because you don't want to go one way or
apparently-
another. You're anxious about it.
Apparently, I don't want to do anything unless I have a trust support
Yeah,
nest.
unless you know for a fact.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
Well,
Yeah, anyway, if you guys
this was a long one.
this is a long one. If you made it all the way through, thanks for watching. Throw us a comment and a like, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We definitely appreciate it. We made it up to 25.
Woo.
We've only got like 10,000 to go. All right.
Okay.
If you are still sheltering in place during this pandemic, we're going to try to get one of these out every other day or maybe every 3 days. So check back in a few days after this one's been posted for another one. And if you have any ideas about something you'd like to hear or, what we should do, feel free to leave us a comment and let us know. So until the next one, thanks for watching and we'll check you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.